Hey everybody, we're back with another Java game, Lost to Time, that we've recovered. This is from Sony Pictures and Microjocks. You might know this series, but not this game. This is Underworld Vampires Night. This is one of the only games to be based on the Underworld series. There was a PS2 game, I believe, released only in Europe, so that must mean it's really bad, but never came out here. This here is Underworld. Now, the point of this game is a traditional side-scrolling action game. You control the hero, Celine, Selene, whatever it is, and you are taking down werewolves and you are taking down these vampire people. You have pretty simple controls because you're pretty limited in what you can do since you have the numpad of a phone. You can shoot, which is the 5 button on your phone, and your action button. You can move forward and backwards. You can also jump up, and you can jump diagonally and drop down as well. Now, shooting is the main portion of this game. Targeting is done automatically for you. You don't actually target the enemies. When they come into your range, you can kind of see my gun's immediate point into them. That's the first stage. It goes by blazingly quick. And you can run. The run is the most fun of the game because you can run and shoot at the same time. So you are actually pretty hustling there. Almost feels like a temple run sort of thing. But you will want to slow down a little bit, especially when enemies start clumping up together, because it's going to kind of auto-target and gets a little wild. There is some platforming involved in this game, but you kind of get the idea. It's a pretty simple game designed around the Underworld franchise. Now, this is released by Microjocks back in the day. This released in 2003, almost at 20 there. Now, I want to show you right here. This is a puzzle in the game. Hit that switch. It's a switch puzzle. That's the only puzzle in the game. There is one more part that requires a little bit of jumping, but that's it. That's about as involved as this game gets. It's a run and gun shooter. Now, Microjocks themselves actually did a bunch of games back in the day. Their website no longer exists. They no longer exist. They worked on this one, of course, with Sony Mobile, but they've done stuff for Lord of the Rings. They've done a bunch of independent ones, some desert games, a bunch of puzzle games, arcade games. So they were a fairly large player around that time on WAP and mobile and that sort of stuff. So they got their hands on the Underworld license and released it on mobile phones. This one you see here is being played on a Razer, the V3, and it's pretty straightforward. Now, these games aren't meant to have a lot of depth to them. They're not meant to be experiences like phone games are today. You know, you're not going to get a full-fledged experience like a farming simulator or a racing simulator or something like that on a game. This was meant for a couple of minutes at most while waiting in line. And I think it works pretty well. Combat is fluid. It's fun. There's a lot of action going on at one time. There's not a lot of slowdown. And there's only a few levels. So this here is the subway. I believe this is the longest stage in the game. Now you can see a couple things going on here. You have bullets down at the bottom. You do collect them. You see the bullet containers that you pick up. And here we are in the sewers, I believe, the underground. And you have a life bar there. So you can take damage, which will just send you back to the beginning of the level. You can also run out of bullets. Theoretically run out of bullets, but there's enough pickups here where that isn't a problem. Here's another pickup right here. So I don't really think I ever dropped down 100 on this particular run, really. There are blood vial pickups. They look like little glasses of blood, which refill your health. And that's about it. Here, coming up, is probably the most difficult part of the game. Get this little cup. This is a jumping puzzle here. Now, it's not really a puzzle, but jumping is done with the directional kind of movement. So this looks easy, but it took me probably 20 minutes to really finagle the controls to work on that one. And you're just seeing the best run here, picking everything up. So that's about it. You get 2 enemies here, werewolves and vampires, pickups. That's about it. It's about as simple as a game gets. But that doesn't mean it isn't fun or isn't important, at least in the world of Underworld. So we'll come here, we'll pick up this. See, I'm at 140. I got a lot of bullets. Let's see, we'll run and jump. That's another thing you can do, but it is very finicky. We don't want to go in there. Anything, you kind of see that shaded down there, that's water. If you fall down there, that is instant death. Because vampires are allergic to water or something. I don't know how that lore works. Come over here. Now, we're working our way towards the end of this stage. And we're going to see what the big thing that this game has to offer. So we'll have one more little jump puzzle here. See, he's dead. Hopefully we won't blow it. Okay, no, we don't want to fall back in there. Come down here. All right, we're okay. And we are 150. I think we're okay. Can't jump through there. You can jump up through some levels as well as jump down through some platforms. It isn't super clear. The thick ones like this, you really can't. But the little ones you can. See how it auto-targets there. So we'll come here. And there's a floating blood vial that looks like an apple up there. But we'll grab that. And we'll grab some bullets here just to be safe. Don't think there's anything else back there. The vampires themselves don't respawn, but the werewolves will respawn nonstop when you go back. So here you go. This is the final boss of the game. I don't know what the heck this is. I don't remember anything about the Underworld series. I assume this is some massive werewolf or some werewolf-vampire mix, whatever the case may be. But this is the final boss, and why you really do need to stock up on some bullets. It takes a little bit of time. So he will jump over you, and he will shake, dropping those things down, and you just have to really avoid them and get out of the way. The pattern here, you can already see, is really simple. Once he jumps, you do a quick run, get a couple shots off, do a run, get a couple shots off. After a couple of times, he will then jump over to the right side of the screen, grab on, and kind of shake things, get these little blocks coming down. It's kind of a nice little feature, but not difficult at all. These games were never meant to be difficult. They were just meant as quick couple buck diversions, usually tied to a store or a platform. So even if you had a phone, you may not be able to have it. So here, we'll take him out. See if we can get him. Okay. And we got him. And so now there's no indicators. I can keep shooting him, but he's going to kind of just make his way over and actually end himself. He's just going to jump off. And you get a congratulations with some interesting music. So again, here we go. 2003 Subterranean Productions, LLC. 2003 Sony Pictures. Developed by Microjox. Co-published by Sony. 1.84 in this game version. Their support, I doubt that email works. If someone emails, let me know in the bottom. You get a reply. 2 producers on this. 3 designers. 1 programmer, that seems right. 2 people on art. 1 person on sound. And QA has 4 people. Now, I will give credit to this game. The QA did their job. Nothing breaks. It's not glitchy. It's not buggy. Everything works really well. So this is a solid game from beginning to end. Let's see what we have here. We got new game. There's no new game plus. But let's see what the about. If it gives us some more information. No, it's just going to give us the same thing over and again. Let's see if we can get out of here. Okay, so this is Underworld, Vampire's Night. Let us know what you think. Have you played it? Do you want to play it? Should there have been other Underworld games? Let us know in the comments below. And if there's another game you want us to find, we'll do our best to look it up. So until next time, we'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.